Hello, in this video we'll be going over domain and range and how to find it from a mapping diagram. But first, let's define domain and range. Domain is going to be all the inputs, aka the x values or the left side of this mapping diagram. The range is going to be all the outputs that are used, aka the y values, aka the right side of this diagram. The reason that the range is all the outputs that are used and not just all the outputs is sometimes in a mapping diagram, you'll see outputs that are never used. So my tip is to follow the arrows to see what's actually used. So for this example, we have the left side as 1, 2, 5, 8, 10. Our domain is 1, 2, 5, 8, and 10. And our range is going to be the right side, aka 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. As you can see, all the outputs are used, so in this case, everything on the right side is the range. Domain and range are written in set notation in these curly braces here, which means that you only need to write each of the numbers one time. Even if there are duplicates, you just write it one time and there are no repeats. Now, let's do some practice problems. For this first question, we have -2 to 3, 0 to 5, and 4 to 9. Let's start by finding our domain. Our domain is going to be the left side, so it's going to be -2, 0, and 4. When we write domain and range in set notation, we tend to write them in increasing order so it's easier to read. Now, let's find the range. For the range, we have 3, 5, and 9. As you can see, all of these have arrows pointing to them, so they're all part of the range. And 9. Lastly, is it a function? Yes, it is a function, because there's no repeated inputs. -2 is always mapping to 3, 0 is always mapping to 5, and 4 is always mapping to 9. Now, for this question, let's find our domain. Our domain, like last time, is going to be this left side here. So it's going to be 2, 3, 5, 9, and 10. Our range is going to be the right side. In this case, 3, 5, 6, and 7. As you can see, there's two things that are pointing to this 3, but because we're writing it in set notation, we only have to write this 3 once. Now, let's look at it. Is it a function? Yes, it is a function. Because each of these inputs is only pointing to one of these outputs. 2 is pointing at 3, and 3 is pointed to 3, so they share the same output. But with a function, we're allowed to have repeated y values as long as we don't have repeated x values. Now, let's do more problems. So, for this one, we're looking for our domain again. So we see that we have 1, 3, 5, and 7. Our domain is 1, 3, 5, 7. And what about our range? On the right, we have 5, 9, 11, 13, and 15. But if you notice here, there's nothing pointing to this 15 right here. So this 15 is actually not part of the range. Our range is going to be 5, 9, 11, and 13. Now, is this a function? No, it is not a function. And the reasoning is because if you look at this 3 here, 3 is pointing to 5, and 3 is also pointing to 9. Each input, aka this 3, can only point to one output to make it a function. But since 3 is pointing to two things, it is not a function. Now, let's do this problem on the right here. We're looking for our domain. Our domain is going to be the left side, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let's look for our range. Our range is going to be the right side, whatever has arrows pointing to it. So in this case, that would be 4, 7, 9, and 10. 12 is not included because there's nothing pointing to this 12 here. Our range is going to be 4, 7, 9, 10. Lastly, is this a function? Yes, it is a function because we only have one output for every input. 1 is always pointing to 4, 2 is always pointing to 7, 3 to 9, 4 to 9, and 5 to 10. Now, we finally hit our challenge question. It's your turn to give it a shot. Pause and try to find the domain, the range, and determine whether it's a function. Now, let's get started. So, we're trying to find the domain first. The domain is going to be the left side. So it's going to be -1, 2, 4, and 6. Now we're looking for the range. The range is going to be the right side here that's used. In this case, it's going to be 2, 3, 8, and 15. Why does it not include 5? Because there's no arrow pointing here. So 5 is not a part of the range. The range is going to be 2, 3, 8, and 15. Lastly, is it a function? Comment the answer below. And that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching.